our panel now, Wendy Osefo and Matt Gorman. Matt, I'll start with you for your top line reaction.
You know, I just keep coming back to, what if the roles were reversed and conservatives were the ones flouting state law and defying, a Democratic governor? The press and the Democrats will be howling. Look, if you agree or not, it's the state law. You have to respect it. And I'm having deja vu to these Democratic lawmakers down in Texas who fled the state, broke the law essentially by not doing their jobs, and became folk heroes on the left, meeting with Kamala Harris. It's a double standard.
Wendy.
Children wearing masks should not be politicized. This is a human rights crisis. We have seen that in the last week alone, there have been 72,000 cases of children testing positive for COVID-19. And then on top of that, children are now making up 19% of all of the positive tests. As a mother myself and as an educator, this is not something that's political. This is about our children living or dying. And the fact that the Republicans are trying to politicize this is completely abhorrent. These are K through 12 children who are minors. And for them to not be safe within the schoolhouse, which is historically one of the safest places for all people, that is something that speaks to how Republicans are continuing to make this an issue. And it shouldn't be.
I mean, you are right about the numbers that are there. And we see 5,500 kids quarantined and at least one school district after just a few days in school in America. I mean, those numbers are eye-popping. But when you say that school is the safest place, then why did we first take them out of schools, right? In 1918, when they had the Spanish flu, they didn't do that. They never closed the schools. They found a way to make it work. And that's what we're trying to do now. Matt?
You're absolutely right. And look, they are minors. And so therefore, it should be the parents' choice, which is all that it's happening right now. And look, we should consider that masking is not a total no-brainer. We shouldn't act as if there aren't downsides psychologically, leading to anxiety and depression, according to a USC paper I was reading this morning by 2 doctors. We shouldn't treat it as total gospel that there are no side effects to this. That's why it's the parent's choice.
So, Matt, just to double up with you a bit, because I'm curious, well, we're all parents on the panel this morning. So what is the answer in terms of if you want your kid not to wear a mask and go to school and they're under the age of 12 and can't get a vaccine, and other parents are anticipating that environment to be mask wearing? Do you keep your kid home? Do you put pressure on the school board to offer you virtual? Because a lot of districts are saying now that they're not just going to offer it. They're going to wait until that's their only choice. But should it still be cooked into the, we're not through this yet. Shouldn't there be options? What do you think?
You're right. You know what? If I'm a superintendent or if I'm a parent that really feels strongly about this, respect the state law and work and persuade other parents that might not want to do it. Don't flout the state law. Educate. Don't compel.
Wendy.
You shouldn't have to sit here when it comes to your child's safety and say that you should galvanize other parents. Because quite frankly, for our children to go to school, they have to get immunizations. No one argues with that. That is the state. That
they have to gain immunization, but not for something that only has emergency authorization. That's part of the problem.
Well,
that's where the White House has fallen down. Why not press for, and we are at the point where the White House could put some pressure on the FDA for full approval now. Why? Because they want people to take 3 shots. I don't think that's a good sell, but I've yet to see this president really make a good, compelling sell outside of the fact that obviously the vaccines work. So if you need 3 of them, you got to have approval for the first 2. Matt Gorman, former NRCC Communications Director, Wendy Osefo, Johns Hopkins University professor. I did not get your titles in there. We've been rolling with breaking news. Matt, a last quick thought before we exit.
You're absolutely right. Look, Joe Biden is picking this fight because he's on the defensive on Afghanistan and the border. That's why he wants to pick a fight with Ron.
Wow. That's not true. Good one, Matt. Nice try.
You both got the last word. Thank you both. Appreciate it.